Okay, the seventh thing I look for is disinformation, deliberately misleading information. Now, there are three things that people going into the tribulation period need to know. As a matter of spiritual survival, they need to know the identity of the Antichrist, they will need to know the identity of the false prophet, and they will need to know the mark of the beast. If they are deceived on any one of these key prophecies in Scripture, the identity of these things, their salvation is at stake. So a ministry or an organization may be giving out tons of good information, keeping you up to date on what's happening in the news and interpreting in terms of Bible prophecy. But if they are misleading you on these three key parts of Bible prophecy, that may be their only purpose, to lead you astray on these key personages within Bible prophecy. And the last thing I look for is agitation propaganda. Agitation propaganda is any form of media that tries to influence opinion for political or other ends. But it also aims to convince people through agitating their minds with highly emotional language of problems in present-day society or politics, which may or may not exist. Now, I want to give you just one example of agitation propaganda. We all know about the depleted uranium. But I found this in the newsletter of a very popular organization, a ministry that is followed by many Christians. If American families of returning veterans ever understood that Bush and Rumsfeld deliberately sent their sons, husbands, fathers, and daughters to die in depleted uranium-infested battlefield areas, millions of marchers would descend upon Washington, D.C., demanding the scalp of every government leader who had a hand in this debacle. Now here, this organization, which puts out a lot of good information, but in this case, and I've noticed it in other cases, they are agitating. They are fomenting revolution. They are pushing Christians to the point where some Christians, some of their followers will actually join in the revolution that is being fomented by these controlled opposition fronts. If you look at the whole array of organizations that is exposing the New World Order, many of them are fomenting revolution. They are saying if we just get together, if we use guns, we can save America. And this is a totally anti-Christian idea. This is just what the power elites at the top want. They want the Christians to take part in a revolution so that then they can use our names, which are, of course, databased by now. They can round up the Christians, and they will have a legal reason for putting Christians to death, and we would be playing right into their hands. So that's what I had on how to recognize a controlled opposition front. At some point, I'd like to go into the John Birch Society and the Council for National Policy as prototypes of these controlled opposition.